Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. I hope everybody is doing well and enjoying all their moments, and thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I have a project. It's definitely a craft and chat because that's what I do. But I don't know about you friends, but I have a ton of envelopes and I do have different colors. I've organized them in different things like that, but I have a lot of red envelopes and I have plenty to play with for the children. So I thought I'm going to pop these out, break them out, bust out. Oh my gosh, I'm going to bust into them and a Christmas paper at the same time. I've been working on a lot of this kind of stuff lately. And I'm really honestly just trying to knock down my stash as much as possible and make things that make me happy and that are fun to play with and that I feel inspired to do. And hopefully it inspires you as well to use up some of these items if you haven't already been doing that. So what I've done is I grabbed these envelopes to use on a different project for something, and I was like, oh, it's not working, I don't know what to do. And I sat here and I just kind of was like watching videos and just doing nothing, and then I started just kind of folding my envelopes. I was like, wait a minute, let's make something. If you're gonna fold them, let's make something. So here are some items that I've made and we'll do them together. I've just been playing with the envelopes, folding them up, and using my garbage time cards as like, just see, will this work? How will it fit? And of course, I'll be changing these all up. I tried keeping track of everything with sizes, but that wasn't working for me. So I'll show you kind of what I'm doing here, and I have some more folds. Hopefully I'll remember that I want to do. So for this one, we just took the envelope and my envelope, and you can do any size you have. I just happen to have a ton of this size. I have actually a whole bunch of red envelopes, different sizes, but I have a mass amount of this size. This one measures about just right under 7.5 by 5. And I thought it would be easier for me to grab a bunch of envelopes that measure the same size when I'm doing this. So this one, if I can remember, let me take my pieces out. And those would obviously be tags or something like that. So this one, I just made into a little pocket. But there were some little hiccups that I came across, and I was like, on some of these folds. So now there is that sticky thing right there, which if you want to, and I've done it before in the past where I just put paper over it, or I put washi tape over it, or something. But if I use washi tape, I've learned from experience for myself that I use extra glue to get my washi tape down. Otherwise, it then becomes a little bit of a hiccup on the inside. So, or sometimes, whatever. I decided this time to not use anything. I'm just going to go with it. And if it seals itself shut at some point, then that is the way it was supposed to be. So for this one, I just took the envelope, very simple, folded it in half. And that's it. Just folded it in half to the best of my ability anyways. And I did use a little help from my Mitch stick here, which this is actually called a craft treat. And it's nice. It's got a nice flat edge there, and you can see I pressed too hard because look at, I'm always warping my stuff. I'm going to try and get it unwarped and do it the other way. So just getting that down. And then what happens is I just have this opening here, and either I don't fold very straight or the envelope isn't very straight, because you can see there's a little piece there, which I don't care. It doesn't bother me. The other one didn't have that, but oh well, so be it. So let's see. What did I do next on this one? This one, I wanted that to be a pocket and that to be a pocket. So all I did, super easy. I mean, it's so easy, right? Too easy. I went just down one side and the other. Did my L. And that's it. Sealed my envelope shut. And now I have a pocket. Whoops. Once it's actually sealed shut. And then I have a pocket right here, like this. For this one, and I'm going to make a lot of these. And then I have an up tuck right there and an up tuck on this side as well. So I did not seal my glues. If they end up sealing shut or they seal this in, then you know what, it's just the way of the world. And you know, I just don't think it's going to happen unless I'm getting these wet. And I don't plan on getting them wet. Then, of course, I would use something else and cut my tags and stuff like that. But that is what I did for that one. That's it. Then I was like, that was way too easy. And it was not complicated. I need something complicated. Just kidding. I did another one just like that. I just glued it the other way. And then I made my pockets down. And then I made my cards a little bit smaller. You can make them whatever size you want. You can put more than one in there. You can put extra pockets on these. I mean, there's everything. So that's the same pocket. I just did one way and one the other way. That's all I did there. Then I did some fancy stuff here. I was like, I love belly bands, and these envelopes are really a great size for belly bands. So let's start off with this one. This is the first one I did. So on this one, I took the envelope and I just did a fold. So I'm going to have to do some doctoring up here on my envelope. I learned that it's, for me, I definitely need them doctored up. So, and I'll show you why in just a second. I think I left, one was already sealed, so it's not doctored up, and maybe it'll give me the hiccup that it was giving me so I can show you what I was talking about. Why I had to doctor it up. Doctor. All right, so as you can see, envelopes, they're not fully sealed and everything like that. And I want a belly band, and this one right here, I did a double belly band. So I did a belly band there, and I did a belly band, or not a belly band, but a pocket in there. But it can also then become another belly band or a pocket, however you want to put it on your page. It could be a tip in, it could be all kinds of things, anything you want, pretty much. So let's see, when I take this, now I do know I'll want to use some sort of a heavier card stock, just because sometimes when they're long and narrow, they don't like to go in and out so easy. But this one is the width of this. Did I write it down? Did I write it down? I thought I did. It is 2 1/4. I did this one at 2 1/4 wide, and this is 8 inches long. Now, it doesn't have to be 8 inches long, and I guess it would depend on what size journal you're doing. If you're even putting it in a journal, maybe you're doing something else. Like this could definitely be cut down a little bit more. But that's the measurements I have. Now, what happened on, which one was it? Maybe it's this one. Maybe that's why it's not in this one. I just don't remember. No, it's not this one. Anyhow, or maybe I think I opened it up. Oh my gosh, stop. Slow down, girl, slow down. So, which one was it? You guys, I think I might have thrown it away. It might have made me so mad that I threw it away. I'm thinking that I took and did it the opposite way. Let me see if I did it this way. I think I did it this way to hide all the seams and then just to make pockets on the outside. That's what it was. And I don't see it, so I must have gotten rid of it. So let's just do one really quick both ways and I'll show you. We're just going to go this way and this way. And you probably already know what the hiccup is going to be if you've done these kind of things before. And if you haven't and you're like, what could possibly be the hiccup? I will show you. I will show you. I really didn't expect it to be a hiccup, but it was. So let me get this down. I like to have it nice. It's easier for me if it's really flat. So now, no big deal. I'm going to get this down, right? So I'm going to make sure I put that one down. And that's what I did. I put that one down there. And then I thought, oh, simple. I'll just glow ahead. I'll glow ahead and just put that one down, the little tippy thing so that it's stuck down. That's all I did. Well, what happened is it was catching on this, okay? So I fixed it. I think I pulled it apart and I fixed it. But what happened is I needed to go all the way to the edge. Because when you slide something in, it's going to want to catch on this unless it's flat. That's where... I mean, you could use washi tape, but you may still also have that if it's going against that washi tape enough times and it starts lifting the washi tape. Does that make sense? So I found for me, the easiest thing to do was I took my glue stick, took my little glue stick, and I just went all the way to the edge. This is already glue, so this is going to hopefully just activate that. I should have put a little something down underneath because now my desk's going to be all sticky. I'll get that in just a second. And I just want that down. I want a really tight fit there. Really nice and snug because I want it to become one. As much as possible, I want it to just to become one piece. So that's going to dry. that needs wiped up. That's not wet. Okay, you know what? I don't know where my wipes are, so I have water and I have a dry wipe, so that should work. Let's just grab that real quick and flip it around for some dryness. There we go. Wow, way to use the stuff around you, Sandra. Anyways, friends, okay. So while that one's drying, we'll wait to finish folding that and let it dry. This one, on the other hand, we're gonna go ahead and not worry about the glue stick part of it. Let's put this together here. Let's grab this. And I'm gonna do this here because I do want these pockets. So I'm gonna go ahead and just glue this piece down. And for me, I want it to be as tight as possible, so I'm gonna pull it over with my fingers. Do it whichever way works for you. Some people can just fold it. I always have like a little bit of a gap there, and I want it nice and snug. Super duper snug. And then, same thing on this side. I want this side snug. I want this fully open. So I'm gonna go just to the tip. And then pull it over as well for a nice snug fit. So easy. I mean, and these can be decorated beforehand or after, however, or not. I mean, like they're nice and they're already red. They're pretty. You can put some stickers on them or nothing. I've picked these ones, and the reason why I like it this way is because I love that little, I don't know if you can see it, but the little embossed flower there. Cute. That is cute. So, which one are we? We already did these ones. Let's put those over there. And now I have these. There's actually 3 different ones that I did. I mean, and there's more. I mean, you can, imagination station. So let's see, this one, I don't know where I'm at, you guys. I lost track. That one, and then this one. Here we go. This is the one we're doing right now. So I just did 2 pockets and a belly band. So to do my belly band, well, to do my pocket, I need to seal up. I need to make an L or glue the L. Gluing down the L. It's a backwards L, the way I'm gluing, but it is still an L. And then just get that down. And it's just so fast and easy to make these, especially if you have really pretty envelopes that are already decorated. Do you collect those? I collect them. I collect everything. So now I have a pocket and a belly band, just like this. Put that in there, and I have a little slippage there, a little slipping it into the belly band of there. And then I have one right here into the pocket I made. Did I do it upside down? Did I seal my pocket shut? Goodness gracious, no, there it is. Here's my pocket. And then I just pop that in there like that. So easy. And that's what this one is. So that one's done, but I'm gonna need this guy again. So I'm gonna take him out. And then I basically did the same thing with this one here. Let me find my opening. Nope, not that one. Sorry, I'm just like all over the board here. No, not that one. I think I threw one away, you guys. I'm gonna put him back in where he goes then, because I'm just gonna lose him. Oh my gosh. And this is why Sandra doesn't do tutorials. Are you mixed up yet? I'm mixed up. Okay, so these 2 are the same thing. These ones right here, pretty much the same thing. I just need to make more, and I'm gonna do these ones now. These ones are kind of the same, but just a little bit different in the fact that I folded this over, but I created 2 pockets and then 2 pockets. So I don't have a pocket now coming in, but I can still, this could be a pocket or a tuck. It could be a belly band for something else underneath there. It can become, the point of these for me was that it could be multiple uses for one thing, and I can get so much out of it. So this pocket right here, or this envelope I made, oh, I did make this one a belly band. Goodness gracious. I think I need to start all over on this video, but I'm not going to because I'm just going to be just as mixed up. So this one was a belly band, with 2 side pockets. And this one, I put the glue in the middle and I made 2 little pockets in here, which these can go any which way. And then I took and made pockets on the side like that. So one's a belly band and one's a pocket. Same exact setup, but I just created it that way. Does that make sense? So let's see. I'll leave one in this side here. This is the belly band. And the way I did that one is the same way. I just took my paper. Unless I'm gonna have all this on the inside, I don't have to worry about doing any extra gluing or anything like that. So that's what I went with on, I believe, on both of these. So folding the envelope this way. Now I have a mass amount of white envelopes, which I think is the majority of envelopes that I find out in the wild. So what I'm going to do with a lot of my envelopes is I'm going to not copy dye them, because that does really alter the envelope a lot. They're still fun to play with, and I might do it to some of them, but I'm thinking about just doing a big squirt down inking with them. I think that would be kind of fun to see how many different colors I can get. I'm really having fun with the oxide sprays and things like that. So same thing, I'm going to pull that over. And then, well, this one, if I did a belly band, I would glue these down. That's what I did. Okay, that's what I did. I did glue these down. That was the hiccup for the belly band. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm remembering now. So when that's, should you get this flower right here and that belly band? It was these things. This was the hiccup. So I probably should have done that first, but I didn't. I'm just gonna use this glue here because I want it to come all the way to the edge. And then this one here. So this was the one. I knew there was something in here, so I guess I didn't throw it away. I just forgot what I was doing, even though I literally just did it. All right, there we go. Back on track, I think. And then, so what was happening is when I was putting this piece into the belly, whoops, not that one, the piece into the belly band, it was catching right here on this. So that's where I realized I had to make sure this was down really, really, really good so that it wasn't catching on that. Now, I'll glue this one. And the reason why I glue on this side, if you want to know, is to give me maximum space on the belly band pocket. So I glue it that way and that way. So I'm not gluing it on this edge, because if I glue it on this edge, it makes this even smaller. And I feel like it's narrow enough. Now I can get this in and out without any hiccups. This one goes over here. And then, so we did I make this one already? I did, with the pocket, with the belly band and just the pocket. This one, I wanted to make into 2 pockets. So I'm gonna look for my middle, as easy as I can. Let me see, where am I at on my thing here? Let me go in between those. Is it that line? I think so. It looks like the middle. I just put a line down the middle, and then a line down, depending on where I want my pocket to be. I'm going to put a line down that end, the end and the end, all the way to the end. That's it. Super easy. I like to spread this one down like this, and I like to push these ones out. Only because I've done it before where I pressed them, the glue, whichever way you press is the way your glue is going to spread, because it's always going to spread just a tiny bit. So if you want maximum space in your pocket, then go that way. Do how I did it. Press out, right? Do like I did. Don't always follow me. And now I have these 2 pockets here and a belly band. There. Cute, huh? I like it. So that one's done. And then I got to fill these up again, otherwise I'm going to forget where all my pockets are. So now we have that one. And then this one, is the same thing, except for I just created a bunch of pockets. So we'll do it with this one. No, why did I want to fold that way? Oh, that we were just going to show something. Let's grab another envelope. I'm telling you, like, I have tons of these. So we can just fold this in half. Again, corner to corner. Corner to corner. If you know of easier ways to do any of the things that I'm doing, please share it in the comments. I'm always up for learning new things. Whether I remember to apply the techniques is another story, but somebody else may remember to apply those techniques, and it's just fun. It's fun to share. It's fun to share what you've done, what you've learned. This is a great, safe place to do it because I love learning how other people do things. And maybe sometimes it could be easier for somebody a certain way because of the way their hands work or the way their mind works. It could be anything. So just, so there's not just like one perfect way, obviously, right? So then I just did that. Again, sealing it all up. Oh my gosh, but you guys, did you see what I did? I didn't seal those two things. Oh, I don't think I need to on this one. I didn't need to seal it on this one, those two sides, like I did that other one, because I'm going to do this. Let's find the middle. And I think, let's see, in right here. Oh, I can see the flower. That should have been my dead giveaway. Oh my gosh, you guys, you know what I did? I did forget to do something. Let's see if we can just take this up. I did want to measure, I want to go up the middle of this one. So this, because I was creating the two pockets. That's what I forgot to do. We'll get a new seal here. Sorry, did you catch that? All right, so I just opened that up, I created the pocket on the, this right here, these two pockets, and now I can create this pocket. Let's see. Best guess. Okay, and then I'm gonna go up the sides here again, because I want them on the sides. For now. All right, now what I've created is this one. So there's two pockets. So I'm gonna have a pocket here. This worked out. I just have a pocket here. And then I have a pocket here. Nope, sorry, I have to turn it around. I had my flowers on the front. I need to remember that. I have a pocket here. And then I have a pocket here, or an up tuck, however you put it in your book. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So now I did that one. I think I did all the ones I could think of. This one we just folded. I was going to show you, and I think this was an accident. So this is just if you want to hide all the things on the inside. And you don't want to have any of these lines on the outside to mess with. If you don't want to have to deal with any of that, just seal everything up. If you're going to be sliding in and out of it, you don't want to get caught up. So I would say seal it. Make sure you seal everything up so it becomes basically one. And then you have this, and you can, and this, of course, all the things that or just about everything that I'm gluing, you can also stitch. I'm just doing some only glue versions here. Have a little wrinkle there. And then this right here can be whatever you want. It can just become a pocket, or it could become a belly band, obviously, and then it could become some pockets, or it could become a long pocket, whatever you want. I think I'm just going to make it a long pocket and put it in my stash, or I'm probably going to put it, maybe I'll put it in the envelope, the desk envelope. But if I do that, it might be empty. It might be an empty pocket. So, but we'll put that over to the side. Now, what I wanted to do was fill it with some cool things. I have some really pretty Christmas paper that's in this, the reds. That's got, you know, that'll look nice with the red envelopes. So I was thinking about making a few of these. I think I'm going to stick with these ones for right now. And I will make some of these later. I was thinking of another idea to use with these envelopes. And let's see, this would be the back side. Anyway, I'm not going to do that now. I was thinking. I don't want to think right now. I just want to do. So if we did this one, this is the sizes that I have for these are, I thought I wrote on all of them, but I didn't. Let's do, this one is 6 by 3 1/4. So let's write that down. So we're going to go, this one is 3.25 by 6. This one, oh, same thing. I did write it down. I wrote it on one of them. And then I like this size card, I think, better, even on this side. Because I feel like I can always put more than one thing in here. Although, I think did I trim this one down a little bit more? So let's do this size. This one is, and I think I wrote it down on one of them. Okay, I did not do that. Let's measure it then. So it's 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So 3.5 by, did I say 4 3/4? I already forgot. See, that's how bad I am. 4.75. Okay, and that's the same thing with this one, in case I lose one. 3.5 by 4.75. And that's what I'm working with for this size pocket. Take that one. We'll just take these out for a minute. Let's find some paper. Let's find some paper to put in there and see how pretty it'll look. I did pull this one, and I also pulled for Christmas cardstock. I have this one right here. Those look cute together, don't you think? And I think this should be the shorter one. So let's do, I need them to be the lengthwise 4.75. The widthwise 3.5. So let's go 3.5. Because I want the trees to be going the right way. So let's do 3.5, and then we'll do 4.75. Let me see. I'm going to cut this white strip off first. I'm going to try to be a little intentional here, only because I don't mind if some of the trees are cut off, but I don't want all the trees to be cut off at the top of the tag. Let's go this way. 4.75. I can always make my tags a little bit shorter if I need to accomplish that. Like, see this one? I'll get some of the top trees on the next one. So that works for me. 4.75. 4.75. And then I have this one, and it's still a cute, it's a fine size. It's a fine size. And then let's do this one, and this tag size, I want it to be, did I do that? 3.5 or 3.25? I don't know. 3.25 and by 6. And this can go any which way. So let's go, let's do 6 on this right here. Just cut this one in half, and then we'll do this one at 3.25. I said. And then hopefully it'll all work. So I haven't really folded those envelopes yet, did I? 3. Does that match? I never trust myself, but you guys have watched me measure. You've watched me do it. So I am not to be trusted. 3.5. Yep, 3.25. 3.25. I said the wrong measurement. I was like, yep, that's it. You guys heard me. You heard it. I wasn't alone here. 3.25. Okay. Now, let's see how they look in our little envelope, because I think it's going to be so cute. Let's get this, and this, and this. So, first, let's get the rounding of the bottom. And this is something I feel like you could do. Oh, I only needed one. That's okay. I have 2. Oh my gosh, stop it. Okay, I just needed one, Sandra. And then I'm just going to use this one just to make it easy on myself. Oh my gosh, you guys. I've been using these punches so much, and these things go flying into my clothing. And Jason and I went to bed. This is a TMI, kind of. It's a kind of a TMI. See, it's blank on one side. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why maybe I should put 2 in there so it's like that on both sides. Nah, we'll figure that out. See, I would probably stitch on it personally, and I like it sticking out a lot there. I think it's cute. Anyways, a little bit of a TMI for you. Hope you enjoy this. But I guess, so we went upstairs to go to bed, and of course I stop off at the bathroom on my way and, you know, to take care of bedness, you know, last time, hoping that I don't have to wake up in the middle of the night to, you know, make it you know, an extra trip. I don't always succeed, but, you know, you try. Anyways, I come out and I go, and, you know, I take care of my stuff, go to the bathroom, wash up, change my clothes, do all the things, and I come out. And, Jason comes out and he goes, then Jason goes in, and then he comes out and he says, so are you, and he says the SH word though. He goes, are you poo-pooing paper now? And I go, what? He goes, there's like all these little triangle things. There's like all these little triangle papers all around the toilet. So I guess when I pulled my pants down, all the papers that were still stuck in my shirt, you know, when you sit down, everything must have fell out. And so that was all on the floor, and I didn't even see it. I'm so tired. I'm like, I go, stop it. No. I go, what do you think? I'm down there eating paper? Because I don't go upstairs. Sometimes I don't even go up to eat. I forget. I get busy. You know, I'm really working hard doing stuff. He's like, so now but he said the SH word. You say shh, I'll say it. But we need a third person to say in, because he said it like that, in. I don't know. You guys can say it out loud if you want to. Figure it out. I'm not doing it on the channel. So there's that. Anyway, I just thought it was really funny. It needed to be shared. It needed to be shared. I'm like just dripping paper everywhere I go. And I said, well, actually, if you look everywhere I've been today in the house, you'll see them everywhere because they follow me everywhere. I didn't get I thought I shook them all off my top and out of my top, but what am I doing? But I found them on the kitchen floor, on the stairway up to there. I have found them in my car, on my seat. So, yeah, I don't really pay attention to what's happening. That's cute. All right, so now if I really wanted to put one in there also, I could, and just have a back of it. And then, okay, well, did I use the right one? But guess what? Guess what, you guys? So I can put it in here like this. Or I could seal this up and make a special little pocket. Did I leave enough room in here? Let's just try it. We're here. Let's do it. Let's just do it. I feel like I would put the pocket sideways, and then I would seal this, and then I could put like a little ring there. I think that would be kind of cute. So let's do that. Let's take, we're going to go ahead and go on the corners, because we want the corners to be sealed, right? Corner. Why not? But what a cute little, you can, like even a gift to send out. I'm going to go right around that corner a tiny bit. And then, hopefully, this is where you got to hope your measuring and all your cutting was done straight too, I suppose. Maybe do this first and then cut it out. I don't know. Maybe I should have put a thumb notch, you say, because I'm never going to find that opening. Not too late. It's not too late. I can do that still. Let's do this. Let's just get one in there. It's going to be not in center, but that's all right. Ooh, went down the top. Now I got half moons. All right. Now we have a back and a front. Cute. I like that. Okay, we have that. And now we have secret. We have a secret. We can decorate. You don't even have to decorate this, honestly. So if you're a stitcher, you can literally just put some stitches on here and you're done. You can put some washi tape on there and you're done. You can put, or you can decorate. You can do whatever, your heart desires, however your creativity takes you. If you want to hand cut all these little trees out, you can do that too, which that could be, it could be fun. I mean, you don't know. We don't know what we don't know until we know. There's also all these little pieces. So in this giant box of stuff, you may see more videos of me making stuff. I haven't committed yet to what I am going to work on and not work on video, because I'm trying to get so many different types of projects done at one time. So I'm gonna cut these out like this. They're not gonna be 100% straight, but that's okay. That's all right. I watch people all the time just like cut right up the line. I'm like, how do they do that? I just want to get a little bit more of this gray off so that it matches the other side. Yeah, that's good. I like that. And then I'm going to start here because I want to see how much am I going to have on that. See, before I trim that side. And I think I'm going to go to the 3 here. So that's nice. I was able to use my measuring thing. So I think this is now 2 by 3. So that was easy. Now I can just take the rest of these and go possibly, I think, to the 3. And I should be right in there. Nope, not it. It's not working that way, unfortunately. But I'll just do this. That's fine. Just do that. Maybe it's this one. Oh, sheesh, that was lots of sorry. Okay, we'll just take these ones out here. It doesn't have to be perfect, Sandra. It does not. I mean, you can't, I don't do perfect. Come on. There we go. It's fine the way it is. Take this down over there. And then, I don't know, these might be too big here, but not really. I mean, like, it could still be just like that. It could be a tag inside there as cuteness, or it can just be like this, and it can just sit there. It can have in their pocket. I mean, like, it goes on and on and on. But let's see about these ones that we could have decorated on the outside. We have everything everywhere. What is happening? Okay. So I have that flower there and I really like it, but if I didn't want that there, I could always put something like this here. That's cute, that works. And it's decorated, it's fine. Personally, I gotta say, I would like a little fabric or a little lace if I was making it, because I feel like it's a little naked. But being naked isn't the worst thing in the world. If I made my pockets a little bit, that's a belly band, that's not gonna work, Sandra. Sandra! I gotta quit talking to myself like I'm more than one person sitting here. Okay. But you can use that, you know, behind your piece right there. So let's get the time card out because that's not the pretty picture we want. Let's see, will that one fit in there? Not fully, but there we go. See, little backdrop. There we go. Anyways, friends, this is a madness of a video, I believe. And I don't know if you've been hanging in here with me on all this, but I am like all over the board. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make several of one kind, but I really like these ones. I'm going to make several of one kind, and then I'm going to get all this stuff like cut out so that I'm ready to play. And then all my scraps pieces right here, I think I'll work on measuring those to see if I can make them fit any of these sizes. So like this one, I think I could do that. We just have to cut a little smidge off. And then that would work for that little card area. But I don't want to do that right this second because I haven't fully committed yet. And then all these time card pieces, they're not going to be wasted. I can still use them, or I can keep these as prototypes for next year. Because maybe I'll do this. This actually seems like a pretty nice project, possibly for maybe the kids. Maybe not these ones. I don't know. But anyways, we didn't finish this. We need some scrapping book paper to put in there. Something to write on. What do I have in my stash? What do I have in my stage? Oh, I have this. Let's put that in there. Doesn't really match. I would like to have just coffee dye paper or some of the green. I think I have some green hues of paper somewhere. I have lots of stuff in here. So much. Here's this one. I feel like if I was sending it to a scrapbooker, though, not a scrapbooker, but a, well, maybe a scrapbooker. There. See, like, this is, well, I guess it's more of a blue than a green. Okay, we'll just stick with this one. If I was putting that in there, how big would I need it? I just need a piece of paper, just something to write on. It could even be a card. I have all those cards here next to me. Maybe it's one of these cute cards that we cut out, the picture, a fun little picture, and put that in there, and that would be the note. I'm reaching. This one just says Merry Christmas. That could go in there. But also, these, from those cards that we were cutting out, I was thinking these also could work in all these spots. See, I could take that out and put that in there. That's really pretty. That's a great way to use up the greeting cards. So if you were not hanging out on the last live, I was cutting out a whole bunch of greeting cards. All my Christmas stash. I have a whole bunch of them. And I was just cutting out the images how I liked. But look at how pretty that is. Wonder, you know, I can always make this a little bit more slender, and it could fit in one of these. It's kind of wide for this one, but I can cut more off the top or the bottom, and this could fit in there a little bit better. I just like to keep on that word because I thought it was so funny that I thought it said more on. But let me just, but anyways, isn't that pretty? What a great way to use up your greeting cards and your envelopes. So I think I like this. I love using the scrapbooking paper because it's just fun and festive. Excuse me. And I have a lot of it, but I also have a lot of greeting cards. See that one? I have a few of these. I didn't cut these ones up. I love this card so much. I just think it's so pretty. This one is really, really pretty. And I didn't know if I wanted to cut it up. It doesn't really match the red on these envelopes, so I didn't want to waste it for that. Anyhow, moving forward, let me see. What else do I have in my stash? I have these ones. Sometimes they don't have to be a tag. This one was a card. That one would be cute in there, wouldn't it? Oh, see, so pretty. I just love this. I have a lot of the blue paper that I was cutting up, and that's kind of wide. I didn't think that the blue would match these red envelopes very well. But I guess if you have some blue there, you can pull that together. Like, you can still make it work. You can put some red thread on here, some red washi tape, red ink. I mean, like, you could tie it in. And then, let's see, what else did I have in here that would be tie in blue? Oh my gosh, look at this cardinal. Like, this is cute. Let me just grab these other envelopes that we have. I'm gonna have such a mess here. Uncle B mixed. Ugh. Oops, gotta find the opening. Where's my opening? So he's kind of skinny. Ooh, would he work in here? I don't know if I made him too wide. I can still trim him up a little bit and then just recut. That would be not a big deal, but I can fit my cardinal. I just wanted to see if he would fit in, like, how far down would he go? I'm gonna slim him down to the touch because I want to see if that'll work. I think he'd be kind of cool in there. So let's just do this side right here. I really like the tree though. I just don't want to get so close to his face. Yeah, let's just do this side. And I think what it was 2.25. Okay, well, commitment. There we go. Well, there we go. Just gotta commit. And I know this is the one I used. So I'm gonna recut this side like that. And then this one looks like it was, I think I used the big one, but I'm not positive. Oh, nope, maybe it was that one. All right. And then we'll stick him in there. Oh, he's not the belly band one though. Goodness gracious. This one is. So you don't see the cardinal, but it still works for that tag to go there. I think that's cute. So he works in there, and he also works. Which way does she go? Which way does she go? I'm gonna have a mess here. It's all for you. Or I can put him in there. He's stiff enough where he can go down, but he's not long enough. So I would definitely want a longer one, because I don't know about you guys, but I would lose my tag in there. Let's see, what else do we have? We had all these ones that we cut out. So here's like this one. I was cutting more after we signed off with each other. So, you know, I guess it would be okay on there, the red and the blue. That's actually pretty. Maybe I will go back to this and use up these cards, because they're so pretty. Look at that. That's an up tuck. But isn't it gorgeous? That's really pretty. It's really pretty, Sandra. And then we have more, you know, just depending on the sizes. And I was just cutting them as I was going, so I wasn't really paying attention to the different sizes. And it doesn't even have to be a tag. It can be a pretty card that you just, you know, that you put in there, you put a note on. Or even right here. Like some of the cards were so like that's gorgeous. Some of the cards were so pretty that we had, and I still have a handful to cut. But I cut until it was time for dinner. But this one, I didn't round all the corners or anything, so I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. But isn't that pretty? Just like that. And then I can even still use this one maybe and put that one. No, I don't want, maybe I wouldn't do the blue. Maybe I would do one of these. I don't know. But you guys get it, right? Isn't it gorgeous? I love this. All right, friends, I'm going to go. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to finish working on these, and I'm going to get a whole bunch of them done and put together off camera. And if you want to see what they look like when I'm done, let me know in the comments and I will show you. We'll go through them. Maybe it may be a video, and it may be a live, it may be a short. I don't know. Just let me know though if you want to see them, and I'll figure it out as I'm moving along and getting things done and where I have time to do something. But until then, I hope you enjoy all your moments, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.